Hello and welcome, ladies and gentlemen. We should finally be live right now with the first race of a new season of Assetto Corsa Competizione on 2SRL here on the EGL channel, broadcasted by myself, Timo, and Mr. Britnotto, the one and only. Hello.
Hello everyone, welcome. This time I'm not the one streaming it this time, so it'll look better. But yeah.
I hope so. We had some issues with drop frames,
fine.
but I think we're good now. And we've
yeah, it looks
got
fine now.
got some things set up. I quickly need to change the interface though, because I don't want to see intervals. So we are like 10 minutes into this qualifying session after we've figured our stuff out, and we have and we'll take a look at the standings in just a moment when my HUD is updating finally. Give me a second.
Yeah, I can give you the rundown right now. Right now, Dominic Illigner, for the returning Blitzsieg Racing team, is on provisional pole with a 43.4, and then last season's champion, the guy who pretty much ran away with it, Alexander Karsten, is on the front row with him. Sam Chumley, P3, and George Brabner, who you guys might know as Push, I believe,
Yes,
is P4, and Rene Bon in P5, with Ruben van den Hudding behind him, and this season in the Lamborghini. So yeah, we have a lot of car changes that we'll go over once you get the overlay sorted. So
yeah, I need to find out what the default button for the MFD is, because it won't register my wheel right now, so that's fine.
it should be insert on the keyboard.
Okay,
It?
I'll try, because that is what I need.
Yeah.
It is, thank you. Okay, great. So here we've got the list, and yeah, we've got some changes for this season. Well, I mean, there are some minor ones like, you know, formation up, but that's just the driver's thing to warm tires and everything. But another change that we introduce is now we've got driver classes, because I mean, last time it was one big championship with all drivers, and now we've got two classes. It's the pro drivers, and you can see their driver numbers in the timing tower with a white background. So it's like the top four, for example. Then we've got silver drivers, who are, you know, step below them, and that's you can see it gray, like Banson P5, who is a silver driver, by the way. Yeah, so it's two different championships. They will score separately and in a total championship, so there's technically three championships: the overall, the overall championship, the pro championship, and the silver cup championship, as a Lexus takes out some of the boards off track there. And yeah, let's actually get a proper camera view, because helicam is a little weird sometimes.
Yeah, if you want to give me a driver to go on board with, by the way, for a quick rundown of the lap, feel free to do so, because that is our tradition here.
Ah, well, let's take Push then, because he is currently through going through turn 2. I mean, I think you all know the long straight, and
I think
who's 111?
There we go.
Who's 111? Because he's coming into turn 1 right now.
111 is Sam Chumley, actually.
Okay, let's go with Sam then, as he takes a little bit of curb off in that turn 2. It's the usual, you know, from F1, right-hander, left-hander, and then the long right-hander, which has the name Renault for some reason. I found that out yesterday. Well, you know, looking for corner names as we head into turn 4, tight right-hand corner. That opens up, goes into a little bit of a dip for turn 5, very tight left-hander now. That is, I think, the end of sector 1. And Sam right now, 3/10 off of the top, and the top is Karsten for now. But maybe Sam can do something about it. We're in turn 7 now, a little dip. It throws you to the right. You need to be careful to not invalidate here. And now we go through the sweep of Campstar. That is like not even remotely flat in these cars. And F1, you just zoom there. Zoom through there in 7th gear with full throttle, but here you take 3rd gear. And now with the slow hairpin kind of thingy, I don't know, that is that is going to be removed next year if I'm correct. Climbing up again, right-hander, and now we go to the very tight and slow section. Not a lot of people like it, but it is a challenge sometimes to fight other people there. I remember Ollie doing a move there in Season 1 or something, so you can overtake there, and he comes across the line, and it is going to be an improvement, yeah, with a 43.5, but it's just not quite enough. So he stays in P3.
Yeah. At the moment, Illigner, who you guys might know as well from F1, from Tier 1 2SRL and Tier 1 SLR, is currently on the front row. He's looking very fast at the moment, so he's going to be one to look out for here. We might be able to reel in Mr. Karsten and put an end to his reign of success here. So the two Porsches are looking very fast as well, as they did last season. Crusoe P5 and Rene P4 or P6. Last season, if you guys remember, they were both on the front row, and unfortunately their races both kind of went downhill, but they were up there fighting with Karsten. So let's see if they're able to replicate that success.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Karsten is actually on a lap. He's coming through turn 3 right now through Renault. He's extending it very wide there. I think that is... Yeah, I saw him earlier doing the same thing, and he was struggling there, so that's pretty much it for him. So he's going to be under a bit of pressure here. From
Illigner, who might, if he improves, dethrone him. He needs to gain 700s and a little bit more, and then he could get himself a pole position. This was a track where Karsten didn't win last season, even though he raced. If you remember, Mr. Janne Salmonen won that one. And...
Yeah, I was gonna say Gaida who also won. I believe he won in Kailami last season. One of the few race winners besides Karsten. Unfortunately, went a little bit wide and made a bit of a mistake there. So did the same thing as Karsten and is now P11 as a result.
Oh, into the pit lane comes Wow. So. Probably invalidated his lap or did something else that did not help him, so he's gonna come to the pits, and it looks like Karsten is still on provisional pole. Let's see, what can Bance do maybe?
Yeah, I'm keeping an eye on Van and Hudding as well.
According to the Delta, he's like up a little bit, talking about Bance there. Ruben is in a Lamborghini now. Trigon Racing have branched out, they've got 2 cars now. That's the Trigon Racing car racing in the pro class with Mr. Bas Kessel and Ruben van den Hudding, and then they've got the orange car, the Trigon Racing Academy, with Smelt and Mr. Ryan Noppen, I believe. And now let's see what Ruben can do as he's going to cross the line. He's barely behind Bance now. Just a little improvement would be enough. And can he do it?
No, he can't.
Oh yeah, it doesn't. So 44.2.
He's only about 6 milliseconds off of P6 there, so Bance will keep that for the time being.
Yeah, up.
Let's see.
He's down on his time a little bit if what I see in my broadcasting client is correct. I think he's down by a 10th or something, but we'll see when he comes across the line. What is it gonna be? No, he's down 2/10 in the end, so no improvement from him either in his... I couldn't read the team name, unfortunately, because it went away too quick.
I believe it was like Renault Racing Team BMDV, something like that.
Renault.
I don't know. At least at least it's not a Scuderia Monkey Flipper whatever from last season. So yeah, that is our grid for the day or for today's race. Yeah. So a very interesting grid, so to speak. So I think, and also we should mention, we're going to be doing the full formation lap here.
Yeah.
For this season, from this season on, it was actually, I forgot who proposed it, but I was very much on board with the idea because it gives me a lot more time. It gives us a lot more time to get acquainted with the grid, mention things we need to mention. So since this is the start of the new season, I mean, we can go over the car changes. So Alexander Karsten, there in the Bentley, is one of the main ones. He drove for Mercedes last season with Nico Veldman.
That's actually...
Illigner,
go on.
Illigner, there in the Audi, switching from the Mercedes as well, because I believe you two both were in Mercedes.
Yes.
Now in the
Miller's
Audi,
teammate.
yes.
And
Yeah,
the
the return. Yeah, the return of a Blitzig racing team. So yeah, that's an important one for 2S lore. Sam Chumley, also in the Audi, away from the Lexus, alongside George Brabner, who is in the Mercedes, away from his usual Aston Martin. Crucivar and René Bon both sticking with the Porsche there. Van den Hudding, as we mentioned, now in the Lamborghini, along with Matas. I need you to pronounce.
Chaplinskas, I believe. It's
Chaplinskas,
you might know him as Rainbow. I believe he drives in Rapid Races.
Oh, that's Rainbow.
Yes, that's Rainbow.
Yes.
A Lithuanian driver. I think our first Lithuanian driver.
Yeah, I believe so, yeah. Nico Veldman alongside him. We know him as one of the most consistent in the league. And so I can see him moving up the grid here. Antoine Olive, one of the standout drivers of last year, who was in the Lamborghini, now in the Mercedes. Ahead of Jasper Smelt, who is in the Trigon Racing Academy team for the, I believe that's a Pro AM, or?
It's Silver Cup.
Oh, Silver Cup, my bad. And then Paul Gaida behind him. Milos,
actually Smelt is apparently Pro driver, I just see that.
Yeah, it says Pro. Yeah, I see Pro.
Yeah, okay,
there, so,
then he's a Pro driver. That's
yeah, Milos and Bas Kessel in 13th and 14th there. Jacob Maciejewski, yes, my apologies. Ahead of Jack Mills, Paulo Stakos, and Ollie Stryker. Alongside there, Sebastian Stan and Chris Stricker, aka Kimi, who was commentating with me on and off last season. There, finishing out the top 20. Marius Torres, Jack Biddell, Nick.
I'm getting it. Oh no! Oh no! Carsten started the car, so my camera is getting dragged away.
Oh no! Okay, but we have Ryan Noppen, Kennedy Chikeka making his return.
True.
Urian Wieser and Jos Meersman finishing off the grid. But yeah, here we go for the formation lap. The first ever full formation lap in 2SRL ACC.
Should mention that Urian Wieser, you might know him as Dragon, and Jos Meersman. Did
him.
Did Crazy Jos ever drive in SLR?
I don't think he drove into a. I know he drove in SLR for sure.
Well, then people might know him.
Yeah. He drove a long time ago. I remember. He did a couple tier. I think he did like tier 2 or something, and then he also did F2 back in the day. I remember watching. But yeah, Meersman has been one of the main guys on the grid, so he's a veteran. Viser there, aka Dragon, who you guys probably know from the chat or in the SLR and 2S communities. One of our more favorite members. No favoritism, but yeah, he's always active there.
And he's very active. I can appreciate
that's
that.
what matters.
The issue with him driving is he's not going to be active in chat, which is one active person.
Yeah. Exactly. We have 21 viewers, though. This is actually the most we've had, I believe, in a very long time for ACC.
Let's hope the race is good.
It's probably because the Australian guy is not running the stream, so.
I made sure to mention that so everyone knows. Now I'm gonna have stream problems instead of you. That's great. So I think it would make sense for the new guys to put a highlight on what to look out for in this race. So Carsten in P1 has absolutely dominated last season, and he's now in a new car, the Bentley, and has just barely outqualified Illigner, aka WoW. So maybe this time, or maybe this season, Mark can actually challenge him, as Carsten might struggle with the Bentley, so that's something to look out for. Also, Season 2 champion, Mr. Sam Chumley in P3, also in a new car, also in an Audi, and also a very fast boy, so maybe he can get himself involved as well. And in P4, well, Push is also one to look out for, because I think he's like really quick, maybe even the quickest of the midfield, but I don't think he's like 100% consistent. It's just, and by midfield I mean everyone but Carsten. Maybe that'll change this season.
Yeah, I agree. Push is one of the faster drivers on this grid. I mean, he's P4 for a reason. This is an extremely competitive league right now.
Also, people I want to mention quickly before we line up, Milos down in P13, usually pretty fast, also especially in the Audi. He's Bau's teammate, and maybe he can do something. And Veld in P9, also one to look out for. And for the silver class, of course, Krushva and Bans. As we go for a flying start, doesn't work like an F1, you hold 70 kph and then, and then you go.
Start.
Rolling start.
And then you go, yes. But here we go then.
So it is possible that P2 starts ahead of P1, depending on who gets the jump as we go towards the line. But Carsten has got a solid car length on Illigna, so I think it's going to be hard. And we go green, and Illigna got, I think, a very well better start. He's already on the outside and challenging Carsten into turn 1 by the looks of things. Let's actually look at the heli cam. Oh, Chumley is getting the slipstream. He's gonna make it 3 wide, I believe. Carsten holding the inside. Illigna breaking deep. He didn't make turn 2 last season, and now he's challenging in turn 2 alongside Alexander. Carsten, can he swing it around the outside? Carsten gets the jump in the Bentley, and he's gonna hold the inside line. That is shorter, of course, and that will throw Illigna off a little bit, and now he gets Chumley down his inside behind them. Brabner has lost a few positions. I actually don't know where he went, and Chumley alongside Illigna for that sweet P2 as the camera just jumps somewhere. But Chumley's gotten Illigna, so now it's the Season 2 champion versus the Season 3 champion as well. Sends another lunge up the inside, and he actually got the position. We've got a 3 wide if we look a little bit back. That is Chaplinskas, I believe. It is a little bit hard to keep track of with all the new liveries, but I'm sure over the season we will all get used to them. Smelton P10, and up front, that was some ups and downs. Wait, where's Sam? Oh, yes. Wait, Sam got WoW again. Am I...
yeah, Sam was able to get the move back done on WoW. He's caught him snapping, I think, somewhere, but up front, Van den Hudding also making a very good start up to P4 ahead of... Oh, yeah, Smelt up to P9 as well there, so yeah, Van den Hudding up to 4th ahead of both Porsches, who are keeping line astern there, but yeah, they gained off of, I believe, a push who...
Yeah, I thought he was gonna collide with Chaplinskas here, and he sends one down the inside. Chaplinskas actually taking the position in the slow section. When I said in quali it's maybe an overtaking place, I thought I was being wrong, but actually he just makes it work, so congrats to him. And up front, well, we have 2 trains right now by the looks of things. We've got, well, the leading pack that goes to P7, and then we've got, well, the entire rest of the grid as there's a dive from, I believe that's Skyder, sending one and getting the position on Kessel, I believe. It's a little bit hard because to change camera I have to look at my other screen, so forgive me for that.
Yeah, keeping an eye out here in the back. I think Jack Bedell got spun around, so he's the one at the back now in the Lexus. A bit of action, not too much action.
Veld and Millos fighting, and I think Millos is getting the move done, and now... No, wait, that's not... That's actually Oliver is struggling a little bit. Yeah, Oliver and Push both struggling in this Mercedes in the early stages. Also, the 2 Stricker boys got through the start solidly. I believe they are now P15 and 16 as deep goes Oliver. And now Veld might be able to get the move done, but he's on the outside for Kamsa, so I doubt it will happen. Maybe into the braking zone of turn 10.
Yeah, it looks as though Olive not really able to hook that Mercedes up at the moment. Same for Brabner. They both might not be used to the handling just yet. It's up the inside goes on.
The Strickers go through both of them, and they got the moves done in those bright Lamborghinis, and they are now leading this charge as we've got side by side running Olive and I believe that's still Veld as they both lose positions together. I think Mills also got passed as late braking here, and. Let's actually have a look up the front. What's happening here to make sure we don't miss anything. Maybe there's fighting going on for the 2
Yeah,
Porsches.
The 2 Porsches here are lining up. I don't know if we're going to get some team orders from the BDMV Renault racing team, but I think it actually is going to be that because Rene is going to have a look up the inside and Christopher does not fight him. So some team orders potentially, they're going to play it safe here. These 2 were very fast last season and pretty much got... kind of screwed over, I guess. Rene's pit stop, something went very wrong, and Christopher kind of just fell off the back after starting 1 and 2, so they're looking to replicate that success and hopefully avoid that failure. So up front here, though, Karsten's not doing what he usually does, which is pull a gap and just take off, because he's still got Sam 1.1 behind him. Illigner and Van den Hudding are both lining up as well right behind him, so this might be a lot not what we are used to seeing from the defending champion, because these guys do seem very racy this time around.
Which would be great to see for the league, of course. And I mean, normally the battle of the midfield is, you know, it's kind of own tier 1.5, but maybe this season we can put an end to that. Although last season, of course, Carsten didn't win here, so maybe it's just the track. We'll have to wait and see for that.
Yeah, it could be that. I mean, there are always some tracks that drivers can struggle with, and then they end up losing ground as a result. So, excuse me, up front here, Jasper Smelt putting some pressure onto Brabner here.
Who's gone off track a little bit and is now slower than Smelt. And I wonder if that Trigon Racing Academy car of the Dutchman can do something down the straight, because the Lamborghini is definitely a fast boy on the straight.
Yes, that's pretty much all the Lambo is good for, in my opinion.
I disagree.
I'm totally not salty about that Lamborghini stint I did in SimGrid. But anyways, yeah, that's my running gag is me dissing the Lambo.
Past. It's a.
Yeah.
I heard it's like the Audi, but Italian. I like the Audi, so I gotta defend the Lambo.
Yeah, yeah, my issue with it was it is very, very unstable at the rear and not very pointy at the front. So it's just it's like the really bad combo for me, where it's understeery at the front, slidey at the rear, and yeah, the car handling through some tracks was just not up the car for me. Sorry
to interrupt. I think maybe there's something developing here with the Bentley of Chaplinskas having caught the two Renault-colored cars, the Porsches, with Sanix and Banz, because he's like knocking on the door, and while the two Porsches have dropped off the lead battle, Chaplinskas has caught up, and he's also pulling Brabner, Smelt, and Geider with them, and yeah, so that's how that's looking.
Let's also mention something here. I don't remember the last time we saw this, but for a split moment, the top like 11 were all in the same shot. So as Carsten was going through yeah, turn 10, most like the top 12 are all like coming up to the straight, and some of them are already on it right behind him. So very impressive stuff from the grid so far. I mean, you can even look at the mini map there on the side and just see how bunched up everyone is. This is already, I mean, apart from car number 10, who I believe that is Marius Taurus. Yeah, unfortunately,
he had an incident, unfortunately.
Yeah, he's already pit though, so he can go to the end potentially.
Yeah.
So
also,
this could work out.
Also he's in the silver class, so he just needs, at the top 10 out of each class get points, so he just needs to be in the top 10 out of all silver drivers, and he can still pick up points for the championship he probably cares more about, because he is a silver driver. And it looks like, to me, it kind of looks like Sam is holding Dominic a little bit back, because, like, I mean, WoW has been absolutely glued to Sam's car for the past 4 laps, and I think WoW was just a little bit mad that he didn't get the jump at the start and actually went down a position, because he might be able to match Carsten's pace if Sam wasn't there, but for now he has to deal with this, and overtaking is hard here, even though Barcelona, one of the better tracks for it, because it has an actual...
I'm going to interrupt you here, actually, Beamer. There's a fight here going on between a Lamborghini and a Audi here. I believe that is Milos and Kessel going wheel to wheel through turn 5 and now coming up to turn 6 here. I think Kessel is going to have the inside line into the chicane, sort of left right. I forget the corner numbers, 7 and 8 I believe, and now into Kamsa. He does have that move done, so very well done to him. But Milos is now sandwiched between two Lamborghinis.
One of them goes! That's Christian Stricker, and he's almost into the wall. He takes the alternative layout there, and he loses so many positions. I was gonna mention that...
oh, and that's a rear end there as well. A little bit of action going on. Mills punting into the back of Ollie there. And now these guys are all getting up together there. And
Oliver and Veltman. It's too much.
Everyone. Yeah, there's a lot going on here in the back, so I do think that. Veldman trying to run.
Oh no, he runs into the back
He actually
Mills. Mills is off, and that is Val to punt it. Mills now has to relocate his car because he has to wait for oncoming traffic to not unsafely rejoin. That is disastrous. Val is gonna take some damage and probably a penalty for that. So his race not looking well. The two.
Actually, what happened to Ilner as well? While we weren't looking, he made a mistake somewhere. Van den Hudding gets. Well, so he's up in a P3,
and Van den Hudding is really close to Sam as well. So maybe those two went into each other. Let's actually, shall I try and see if I can find it in the replay? No, I don't find it in the replay. Damn it, we've got a replay function now. I was too late. Goddamn.
No worries though, no worries. But we can see that at the moment Van den Hudding does look very quick in that Lamborghini. He might be able to make a move here onto Sam who does seem to be struggling. He was holding Illigner up, and now he might actually end up holding Van den Hutting up. And Karsten has pretty much benefited from this, because look at that gap he has, 3.5 seconds. So now he can do what he usually does, as I said, and extend that and just take off here. And show why he is the dominant force to be reckoned with. But, yeah, in the back, it all took off there, and on the front, it started to take off as well. So after the calm is a little bit more of a little bit more chaos.
Yeah, it is. I think they might have actually gone into each other. We might like be able to find out what happened there, but probably after the race, unfortunately. Bans and Sanix still sticking together well. It was a little bit controversial that they are in silver. And
here goes, sorry, again to interrupt into turn 10, Christian Stricker trying to go up the inside of Kennedy Chikeka, as that's a car around. I think that is, that's Kessel, I think, who went around. Yeah, Kessel went around, and, you know, he's dropped down behind these two. So while these two, while Christian was getting the move done, Bas Kessel made a mistake there, and now has dropped down the order here. So they're all still bunching up here, and still.
Someone dives into the pits. I think that, yeah, that's Kessel. After that spin he had, it's a little bit rough getting used to ACC. It's not as easy as F1, I find out.
Yeah, it is much harder, in my opinion. The handling and everything. It's more fun.
I meant commentating.
Oh, commentate. No. Or you could just kind of glide through these corners. No, that's not how it works with these. You have to be very much. You have to control every single corner. It takes a lot more effort, in my opinion, than in F1, especially because, I mean, the handling is more realistic. So, yeah, and commentating, I find, commentating is a bit more difficult because there's a lot going on sometimes because it's a much bigger grid.
Almost a look from Takos. Takos actually doing decently well, and now, yeah, he looks like he wants to attack Ollie in that bright Lamborghini. Behind them waiting is Veld, so they are fighting for P13. Olive, I think, like, he's a little bit... He's not getting to grips with that Mercedes as well as I would have expected him to, I think, because he was like a serious force for podiums in the last season. But now, first of all, we have to look at the Bentley of Takos. Ollie goes to the inside to defend. Where are they going to brake? Is Ollie gonna leave space on the inside? Looks like he might, but he still runs into the side of Mr. Paulos Takos, who tries to give him as much space as he can while he gets his car unsettled on that high curb. And Veld looks interested in that position as well. He thinks it's right for the taking, but he can't.
We got a yellow.
Oh, we got a yellow. That's car 51 around. That is Chris.
That's Chris.
Yeah, Chris is round, and he's last. Oh, I think. Is it Lee? Yeah, well, out of those who...
26 or 25th now, I think.
Yeah, it's a little difficult because it doesn't really update real time. Let's actually wait. Let me actually get the deltas up. I don't know what is preferred, the deltas or the intervals, because the deltas show like way less drivers, but it is more immediate in updating.
Yeah. Meanwhile, once again, the Porsches swap positions here, so they're both holding each other up. It's like one goes in front, then the other one holds that one up, and it's just like these two are just so even on pace that it's just like they're not gonna benefit from letting one another go. It seems.
Maybe it's like one makes a mistake, and then the other one takes the charge again, and yeah, you can see the distinction. By the way, Kroshva is the one with the white trim on his car, while Bans doesn't have that. So yeah, Bans in P6. Behind his teammate in P5, and they are solidly 5 seconds behind the lead group of cars.
We got another yellow. Who is that?
That is car 74. The 74's round. Is that?
Oh, that's Bedell. Yeah, and somebody's gone off with him.
Oh no, 32. That's Maciejewski. That's Kubzon, as you might know. So maybe those two got into each other. Let's actually try with the replay again. Maybe it's too short, and I am not brave enough to go for 30 seconds because I don't want to miss anything. So that's unlucky.
Up front again, keeping an eye again. Yeah, up front, it doesn't seem like Sam is giving up this position anytime soon. He's not gaining on Karsten here either, so this isn't really working out too well for him, but it is working out in the sense that he is not being passed here, so he is starting to pull a little bit, and the car and the grip is starting to come to him a little bit more, as Van den Hutting seems to be the one struggling now, and Illigner is right on his rear, trying to find some ground or pick some ground back up here.
I just actually saw that I can.
Bedell is round again.
Oh no, that's Infernocoy, by the way, for those who don't know the real names. Infernocoy is in the Lexus, and he is also round. And he has got Mr. Marius Torres coming up to his back. I think they are teammates. I think so, because they're like both in Lexus. And they also got Mr. Bas Kessel behind them, who is currently running in last position, P26, but that is, of course, because he's already pitted, for those who don't know ACC as well. You can look at the timing tower and you see the yellow 1 next to everyone's name, except Torres and Kessel. It's because they don't have to serve another pit stop. The one says 1 mandatory pit stop left for the other drivers. And I also think we should explain that we are coming towards that stage of the race where... Oh, did I just tab out? Yeah, I did. Where that is a relevant factor. One driver who's known for...
Oh, sorry to interrupt. Milos disconnected.
Oh, no!
Yeah,
I can't switch to him. So Milos out of this. P11. I hope he didn't take anyone out because it is... Oh, yeah, you said it in chat. Rest in peace, Milos. It's quite sad. He didn't finish a race last season and it was like partially DNFs, partially disconnect. So... I hope he won't carry that streak into this season, even though race 1 doesn't let us hope for much. So we are down 1 driver, down to 25 by the looks of things. And what I was gonna say is, out of those drivers at the front, Sam Chumley, Season 2 champion, in that green and yellow Audi with the 111, is known for like undercutting everyone by 2 or 3 laps or something every single race, because you have to pit once. There's no refueling, but there is a tire change, so you gain a lot of time by pitting earlier, or you gain at least track position. It's generally hard to overtake in these cars, so the track position is worth a lot, and I expect him to pull into the pits way before Van den Hudding, aka Light Cruiser, and Illigner, aka WoW, will do the same. But maybe they are prepared for it, because they know that he does it, and try to, you know, one-up him and either follow him in, or try to overcut him, or try to even undercut him by going in earlier. Middle of the race, of course, 30 minutes, but the pit stops like usually come in 60, with 36 to go, 35, 34, and Sam usually pits at 40 to go. So I expect him to pit in like 1 or 2 laps, and that could reshape that battle for P2 that we've got going on here with... oh yeah, he does it even earlier than I expected. He pulls into the pit lane here, and let's make sure he doesn't speed, because speeding is a stop-go 30, not 5 seconds like in F1, so you don't want to do that. It's basically race over. And yeah, let's see how that unfolds over the last laps. Where's a fight we can watch? We've got Brabner pretty close to Smelt. He's in P7. In that blue and gold dress racing car. That's a great name. I think he's teammate of Olivier. Let's check. Yeah, Olivier in the other car of this respective team. He's just ahead of Veld. They actually have decent pace, Veld and Olivier, but they're just down in P10 due to, you know, I guess not qualifying well and then getting caught up in incidents and traffic. So they need to fight their way back into this. They are 6.7 seconds off Pavel Gaida, who's in P9.
Up front again, the Porsches are swapping positions. I don't know if they're doing this for a lap.
Let's go.
Yeah, they're just like, yeah, the team orders are, they're strong with this one, but yeah, they're not really losing much. I mean, they don't really have anything to fight for at the moment, except for behind they have Chaplinskas potentially catching them up, but at the moment they do seem to be a little bit safe.
No, he's not. He is tucking in into Slipstream. I thought he was going for it, but he's not. So that's better for them, probably, for Renault Racing.
Yeah, their team principal's possibly not going to be too happy. Cyril might have some words, but
Cyril is now deploying Porsche cars. Let's go.
Renault-powered Porsche cars, yeah.
Yeah, the Renault engine is at fault. That's why the Porsche isn't good on the straight. It actually isn't. It's one of the big weaknesses. Also, I feel like mentioning Carson just done a 45 flat, which is like also roughly the... I mean, that's like only 0.4 faster than what I saw from Oliver and Veld, so they are really unlucky to be this far down the order. Maybe they can shine in the second half of this.
Yeah, as I said, this grid is a lot more competitive than it may seem, even though people are spread out and whatnot. It's like the pace here is very, very, very strong. Everyone here, especially pro class, are very strong drivers and are doing a very good job adapting to the cars, learning the game, putting the work in. A lot of them are just standout drivers, pretty much everyone.
It's worth mentioning also. Most of them come from F1 because we're an F1 community. Wait, we've got yellows. Who's that? No one. Okay, we have yellows for a moment, but it's clear. It's apparently car number 50. That's Sebastian Stan in the McLaren. What a brave soul, taking the McLaren out for a ride. I absolutely hate that car after season 2.
Yeah, I tested it out. I've been trying a little bit of my hand a little bit in ACC, since I'm a little bit on hiatus for F1. The McLaren is not one of the cars I very much enjoy. Right now the ones that I mean, for my driving style, the only ones that I'm really digging at the moment are the new Ferrari, which feels very good.
Oh, you're objectively wrong, but that's fine.
Okay, well, yeah, I mean, the Ferrari, the front end feels a lot more stable for me than, I guess, I tried the Mercedes.
See a pit stop. Yes, we see a pit stop. Sorry to interrupt. Illignes that has decided he's seen enough of that Lamborghini's rear. He wants new tires, and he's gonna get them. And I think he didn't speed for the pit lane, hopefully. I don't only say that as a team boss, but also as someone who wants the fight to continue. But on the map, I don't see any yellow.
There was for a minute, again, it was Sebastian Stan letting somebody go there, I think.
Ah, okay. Where is he actually? As in P20, okay.
He's P20, yeah. He's in a fight right now, actually, with the Lexus of Kononov. I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing that.
I have no clue either.
I can't do the names. I'm sorry. That's my American coming out. Yeah.
It's hate in Europe. That's what's going on.
Well, no, I love Europe. That's why I'm here. So, Chris, both Lamborghinis. Or what is this?
Yeah, pitting.
Luxlate Racing.
Luxlate, yeah. It's because they're in Luxembourg. It's fine. No, they're actually not. Yeah. They're actually not. I think Ollie's in Denmark and Chris is in the Netherlands.
Yeah.
But
yeah, I was gonna say they're both Dutch, and I know Ollie lives in Denmark.
No, they're not both Dutch. They're both Danish. But
they're Danish.
Yeah, they're Danish. But
they
grew up in Luxembourg and now they moved to study abroad, both of them. Smelt is really close to Brabner still, so he's making some heat. To react to Terra in the chat, fresh tires make like a big difference. It's, I would say, like maybe a second. Depends when you pit, of course. If you pit later, difference is gonna be bigger. But like I think like 2/3 of a second, up to a second. You just need to know, like, make sure they don't fall off the cliff in the end of the race. That's basically what you're looking for. Also, like flat spots and everything. Brabner pits.
We have both Porsches into the pits as well as Van den Hutting. So let's see. Hopefully, we don't have a repeat of last season where Rene's pit stop went horrifically wrong and he ended up losing a potential race win out of it. So let's see how this goes. Karsten still yet to pit. Same for Chaplinskas and Smelt, who are now going to probably be the top 3.
Karsten always stretches his legs because he can, and he wants to secure that superior set of tires for the second stint. Though, I mean, now coming up to the lapped cars of Bedell and Kessel, maybe it wasn't the best decision, even though we've got blue flag rules, so they should let him past. 2 other factors should probably mention. One is pit stops. They are not done automatically here. You have to manually stop, and if you don't stop in the right position, like properly, don't turn the engine off or something, you lose like up to 3 seconds or something. So after the pits, like sometimes the positions are quite shaken up. And wait, actually,
here they all come out of the pits now. Here goes Van den Hutting. Sam does get stay ahead of Van den Hutting. Can Illigner jump him though?
And he does not. It wasn't enough, and he has to back off a little bit because he didn't quite get the jump there. So that's annoying for him. His old plan of pitting earlier is.
But he does have a good run here.
Yeah, he does.
Up in the turn 4. Is Van Hutting going to defend down the inside? He does kind of partially defend. Illigner tries to swoop around the outside or have a look. Doesn't get anything done there. But let's see if he has enough traction going into turn 5. He's going to try and go with that. Van Hunting does have that covered off, though. So just taking the normal racing line, Illigner has to back out of that.
Yeah, unfortunate for
But look
Illigner.
at this. He's right
so
on the
close.
back of him.
He's looking into the inside for turn 7. That's actually not an overtaking spot normally. And yeah, Ruben has no mercy with him. He just chops into it. And, well, rightfully so. But it was,
rightfully so.
Was a nice dive.
Line.
Let's see how he
But let's see if Illigner has the straight line speed.
Catches the gravel, though, so that's not going to help. I doubt he's going to make it past here. So, yeah, he's getting fed up with that Lambo for sure. I think he has pace for P2. Maybe he thinks he has pace for P1. We don't know. He was really close in qualifying, and he doesn't get to show it because he just can't overtake Mr. Ruben van der Narding. And
but yeah, he does look very fast through these corners here. Let's see if he's able to get a good enough run out of the final kink, of so to speak. I guess I know it's not flat in these cars, so
not even close.
yeah, not even close to flat here. So, or actually, it is almost flat here. So. I think he did take that flat, yeah, sort of. So, yeah, let's see if he has enough straight line speed. I think it seemed as though he nearly did, but we know how fast the Lamborghini is, but we also know that the Audi does have enough straight line speed here. He is gaining, but I don't think this is going to be enough. Or is it? Because he's going to have us look up the inside into turn 1, and he does get the move done, but Van Halen is going to swoop around back and reclaim that because Illigner overshot that just a bit.
Yeah, he tries so hard, you just can't get past, and that is sometimes the curse of GT3s. That position he lost at the very start of the race against Sam cost him so much over this race, and then the fact that he dropped even more against Ruben in something we didn't see on the screen has absolutely damned his race, and now he'll have to...
sorry to interrupt you here. We got a fight again with the two Porsches. Crucifer sweeps it and sweeps around the outside, I believe that was, and overtakes Rene, but Rene might have a look back again. This is getting a bit close between these two, but yeah, they're playing it safe though, so they're keeping it clean as Vance nearly makes me take that back, and yeah, they're keeping it under control though for the time being, so that's at least something. Sebastian Stan meanwhile is slightly holding up Chaplinska's there, so
he needs to get out of the way.
Yeah, Brabner is right on the back of him now, so I don't know what happened to Smelt. Smelt might have made a mistake in the pit stops because Gaeta is right on his tail, and he's lost out on push. So Karsten is going to be leaving the pits soon. I don't think he's going to be in too much danger, especially because Sam is getting held up here massively by this guy. Who's this?
Kononov.
Kononov.
Yeah, that likes
Kononov. Yeah, he's going to move. He needs to move out of the way. That is a lap. Oh, no, he's not a lap car, actually.
Fighting,
sorry, no, he is fighting him. Yeah, he's allowed to fight.
Okay,
My apologies there.
No, he's not. Wait, he is. He hasn't pitted yet. Yeah.
Yeah, he hasn't pitted yet. Yeah, he's allowed to fight that. So Karsten is pretty much up the road now, gone.
Yeah, 9 seconds.
That's going to be a little bit frustrating to Sam, but it is all fair, and he is allowed to fight that position even if he has not pit. So remember that one, guys. Terror. Vance is playing it safe, question mark. Yeah, I mean, he was for a minute, it seemed as though, but yeah,
but as soon as the camera cut there, he just decided, nah, can't
it seemed that, yeah, he was giving Cruzbar a lot of space there in the beginning, but yeah, after that, he may or may not have done something funny with the brakes, and maybe Cyril is failed to make the proper brake pedals.
Also, someone else who doesn't have proper brake pedals is Nick Kononov, who has just gone off in turn 7 into the gravel for no apparent reason. I don't know what happened there.
Oh dear.
As everyone steams past. Yeah, you'll have to see where he comes out. By the way, the red number in the name means he's a reserve. That's what that means. It's a color code for AM, which just means he's not a full-time driver. And
yeah, so you'll see. Yeah, Visser has that as well. He is Dragon, as we mentioned. He has, or JQR, he has the the red name there, or red number there.
What happened to Maciejewski? I mean, we know what happened to Mills, but what happened to Kubzon? He's absolutely nowhere
He's kind
now.
of just been struggling. Yeah, he is struggling. I think he had a spin somewhere.
He had a crash, yeah. Must have.
Yeah, unfortunate. He did very well, I saw yesterday in 2S Tier 1. Yeah, unfortunate to see.
Maybe can WoW do something? I'm sorry. WoW is maybe trying it again on Ruben. That slipstream is really powerful in this game. We're an F1 channel usually, so that's something new. but
Yeah.
it is not powerful enough. In this case, he tries to cut to the inside, but you are not gonna get past there. There's no breaking point there. Maybe
The
into
Livestream is
Repsol.
powerful in this game, or
It is fairly powerful, yes. I would say so.
Okay.
Because Taro was mentioning
because
that
it does...
the Addy was a lot faster.
Oh, Ollie! There's a
Ollie.
drive-through.
What?
So,
Drive-through?
Ollie has a drive-through for
I don't
probably
get the...
track limits.
Yeah, right, that's the other thing I wanted to explain. Track limit system here isn't broken, usually. I mean, there's tracks where it is, but, you know, it isn't broken.
Yeah, but
you get, like...
it's for the most part.
You get warnings rarely, but if you get them, they are meaningful, because if you get 4 of them, you get a drive-through. So,
and if you get a drive-through in these... Yeah, if you get a drive-through in these cars, that's pretty much it, I would say.
50 kph pit lane.
Yeah, and also right now Iligner has a very good run out of camps. Van Houten gets onto the curb a little bit, but he has the inside line, and he's going to try and defend it. They make a little bit of contact, but Iligner unable to swoop there around the outside and goes off the track a little bit. So Van Houten holding his own.
Yeah, and they are so far off now. If you compare them to Sam, who has not only gotten that undercut done, he's also... well, not been fighting anyone, so even though he seemed to be the one with the worst pace in the first stint, he is now 3.5 seconds up the road from Iligner and 3 seconds up the road from Light Cruiser, so solid drive from him. He always... I mean, he basically always gets such a good situation for himself with that undercut he usually goes for, and it's worked once again. I wonder when people are gonna start copying it.
Yeah, keeping an eye out again here. The Porsche is still lining up Rene. Not able to get the move on Crucivar here at the moment, but again, these two are just kind of hanging out on their own. I agree, Ter. Yeah, it does seem more realistic. It may not seem that way sometimes to the viewers. Even to me at first, I was concerned, but then I realized that's because different engines, different straight line speeds. So yeah, I'm still figuring out some things with the cars. There's a lot of stuff I don't know. Like which cars, some cars might have different handling models that I know of, and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, like I pretty much know. All I know is that the Lambo is just good in a straight line. That's all that needs to be known.
I know the McLaren is terrible, and you're objectively wrong about Lambo and Porsche and Ferrari Evo.
Well, I don't. Well, I didn't say the Ferrari is a good car.
Yeah, that's why you're wrong.
I wouldn't say. I don't know if it's good or not. I just personally like driving it a lot more, but then again, the main track I'm testing is Spa because I don't know if we announced it actually, did we? The
you wanna well, we did announce it in 2SRL.
We can announce it here though.
Yeah, we've got a giveaway race coming. We're actually sponsored by Coach Dave Academy, who do setups. You know, David Perel, real life Blank Paint GT3 driver, and it's got a setup page basically, and they are sponsoring us for a giveaway race, and Triton apparently wants to get a setup from them because he's got a race in it apparently, and that's
not necessarily. Well, that's gonna be my 2S debut. I'm just doing it for fun mostly. I just want to have something to do, and I know Kimmy wants to come. I believe Kimmy wants to commentate that one, so I'm gonna let him have that one, and I'm gonna swap in for him. Pretty much, and I'm trying to figure out a car to drive there, and yeah, I'm not going in for the giveaway or anything. If I win the giveaway, I'm probably just gonna give it away again myself or something.
Host his own giveaway with the giveaway. Let's go.
Yeah, because like you basically have a second shot if I somehow end up winning something. But
true.
Yeah, because I don't have any use for those setups because I'm not taking this game as seriously as somebody else who might benefit from it. So I'm there for fun, and yeah, it's a Christmas Cup giveaway kind of thing, so 'tis the season and whatnot.
I would run through the order like quickly to see where the battles are for the last half of this race. We've got
Olivia and Veldman are lined up here a bit, but I don't think anything is happening at the moment.
Yeah, they've been close basically all race, and a little bit off of Brabner, Olivier's teammate, so he is... Olivier catches the gravel.
Oh dear. Yeah, Mills, after that earlier spin, after getting spun around there, makes a move around the outside of turn 3 on Vista. So a very good move from the two of them, very good racing. I mean, Dragon, of course, a very fair racer and a fast racer. If you watch him in F1, you know he is very fast, and he's improved very rapidly.
Confirm. Yep.
Yeah, he has become very rapid, very fast. Like I've been watching it, so yeah. Oh dear, that is big. Gaida gets a drive through for track limit. So P9 there, that's gonna be him falling off the order, and everyone there gaining a position. So yeah, really unfortunate for him.
In Silver Cup, by the way, we've got 2 championships now, so I can say that. We've got, well, the fight for the win is, of course, still brewing between those two, the Renault cars, the Renault Porsche cars, with Banz having taken the lead from Sanix once again. So, yeah, they are fighting for the win in Silver class, P5 and P6 in the overall standings. And the third one that will squeeze onto the Silver Cup podium right now is Paulos Takos. He had a bit of a rough time in his past races, but he's now in the Bentley, and he looks rock solid to me. He's hanging around with Bas Kessel, also known as Basco or Bascadinho from SLR, and he actually, he was looking to make a move there, but not quite close enough. Tara mentioning Sam, and it is the gap is 3 seconds. I think it's holding consistent. Like
it's mostly Illigner v Van den Hutting here mostly. I don't think Sam. They haven't reeled Sam in just yet, but give it some time, because I know Sam pit fairly early. I don't know how much later these guys pit, but
1 or 2 laps, I think. I don't think the difference is massive. They would have to outdrive him. Just like that's how they would do this. Even though, and looking at the pace, I believe we've seen 44.6 from Ruben, 44.5 from Sam. So like it's
44.6 as well.
Oh.
44.6 and then 44.9 from Illigner. So yeah, the two of them are pretty much matching each other's pace right now. Sam just a tiny fraction faster. So car 61 is that? Or
51. That's Stricker again.
Chris again.
And he faces the barrier in Campsa. How can you possibly lose your? Well, there's no front wings here. But how can you possibly crash at Barcelona? And now he's gonna fight his brother. Or is he? Because that's...
I doubt he's going to fight. Yeah, he's moving to the side here to let him go, yeah.
And so we've got the 2 Strickers. P22, P23, Pro Class. Not going well for him. Actually, well, Ollie is actually Silver Cup. I didn't know that. So he's he might still get points for that championship. Yeah, we're gonna run down the order. Yeah, Takos is 3rd. Taurus has actually done a really good recovery, considering he was like one of the... That's not Taurus. Where's Taurus? Here's Taurus. Oh, he's actually fighting... Wait, who's that? That's Chikeka, I believe. He just defended from Chikeka there. Yeah, they are fighting for P4 in Silver class, P14 in the actual overall standings. I didn't realize they were this close. Chikeka on his return to the series. He has missed last season, of course. Before that, he was champion. Teammate of almost champion Tim Novak at Big Ben Racing in Season 2 in the Bentley. And... he is fighting for that P4. I believe and I believe he can maybe make a move here. The inside is held by Taurus, and Taurus just gives it to him.
Taurus kind of broke early there. I think he was trying to play it a little bit more safe, so that's fair enough. But he did end up losing a position as Kessel is spun around there out of P12, and these two just gained another position.
Let's have a look at the replay, actually, because, he gets together with the 21 car. That is Takos. Dear. So Takos is also off into the wall, and that is actually the podium in the silver class handed over. Now we've got Noppen and Kessel almost tripping over each other, the 2 Trigon racing cars, but one is Academy, one isn't. And Takos down to P17. So that's not good.
That podium gone. Yeah, unfortunate.
And it's handed over to Kennedy Chikeka, I think. Yeah, he's now 3rd in the class, behind the 2 Porsches, of course, who are definitely silver class. Let's go.
Yeah, I'm focusing back on fight for the final podium position here. Excuse me. It doesn't seem as though Illigner is able to finally get that move done. Still struggling behind Van den Hutting, who's driving a very solid race here.
Yeah, he just needs a mistake or absolute overspeed. Like, one mistake from Ruben and Illigner might just be there, but it has to be in the right part of the track. Because those cars are really wide and not very agile, you kind of just set yourself up. You can't just swoop past. And we've got Chris in the chat saying, well, I think that's a reaction to him facing the barrier in Kamsa.
He is killed. Unfortunate. Yeah. Unfortunate.
They're
sorry
still matching
to
Sam's
see,
power. They still match Sam's pace here. So that is... I mean, I think that gap is staying, and Sam will look into the relatives and think, yeah, just keep fighting. Ignore me, you know?
Yeah, they're not doing each other much good here fighting, but at the same time, I don't know if they can actually catch Sam because his pace seems fairly solid at the moment, 44.8 last time around. But Van Houten is slowly gaining. Illigner is actually in the 44.8s as well, and Van Houten in the 44.7s or 44.7 flat. So
a fight in the silver class is brewing with that not Renault racing car from Mr. Meersman. In the silver class, he's being reeled in by Mills, who had that incident earlier on we saw with Veld in exactly the corner he just passed through. And he's probably gonna go for that on this straight, so we'll have an eye on that. And he's gonna tuck into the slipstream, and we'll probably get that done. Yeah, the Porsche is not amazing in the straight line, and the Audi is like solid, and he has gotten the better run, and he's got the slipstream, and he's probably gonna brake later. He's got the position, so up to P18 for Jack Mills. Even though he goes a little bit deep though, can Meersman counter? No, he can't. Looked a little deep, but was fine in the end, so nice move from Mills.
The two Porsches still, at this point, fighting it out. I don't think any more team orders are in play here. I think these two just want that win in silver class, because this is for the... Oh, car 21 is off as well, I think.
Who's 21? 21 is Takos. It's all gone wrong for him. And he's already disconnected, so I can't even look at him anymore. Can I... No, I can't even in the replay, so yeah, you're stuck with the replay of the Porsche boys instead. Amazing. Get damn it.
I mean, yeah, I mean, I'm sure the Brenner boys will appreciate that because it shows off their car. I'm not gonna lie, I mean, the yellow kind of works.
It does.
Very close to the back of Rene. I don't know why his lights are on.
Yeah, I don't know.
But, yeah, I just noticed. Yeah, okay. I guess it's late for him or something. I don't know. But yeah, it's only 4:30 in game time.
Yeah, maybe he's just got it on by default or something. Or he does it for the style. I don't know. But yeah, 2 tenths between them, and I wonder how hard they are fighting. Because, I mean, the absolute disaster would be for them to kill each other. But then again, I mean, would it be such a disaster? They are like 20 seconds ahead of P3 in silver, so I'm honestly safe.
I'm saying that not to jinx them, I swear.
I am saying to jinx them.
Okay. I guess since the cat's out the bag, yeah, let's see if they do it. Okay. But yeah, no,
Yeah, gravel. It's Kamsa. It's gravel. Oh, it's a drive-through! It's gone wrong. That could have gone wrong. Vance loses the class victory by taking a drive-through.
Oh yeah, no, he is not happy. Look at that.
Oh dear. And yeah, he drives fully off-track MotoGP layout, but yeah, he's gonna drop 30 seconds. I wonder how. Like, I wonder where he's gonna come out, like, probably behind Noppen, I would assume. Also, disconnected drivers don't get removed from my list, so if I call out, like, wrong positions, it's because Milos and Tarkas are still on the leaderboard for me on my other screen.
Oh, they don't show up for me on the
no,
other
it's the broadcasting client thingy where I changed the camera, so...
Yeah. Okay, so Rene is going into the pits, Is he going to just stop the car, or I don't know what he's doing?
He's pulling to the inside, so which would be a shame. I mean, it would be good for the silver class drivers who definitely want that position, and
he's boxing. Hey man, he is not going to be happy with us.
I think he tried to serve a stop. I think he tried to serve a stop go.
No.
Why would he stop? I think he tried to serve a stop go. Oh no, Vance.
Oh no.
But he's still, I think he's with Chikeka. He's actually still in P2, and that's still a 1-2 in class for them. That's how big the gap was. But now Kennedy Chikeka is all over his back for that P2 in class. You look at the leaderboard and see that.
Yeah. Actually, I'm still confused with the classes thing, so apologies if I get stuff wrong, guys. Was it you get was it like you still get like the P2 points if you're in that second place in the class, right?
So what's Chiqueka doing? He's off, and maybe Taurus can come back at him. Yes, he can. No rejoin from him, and there was no space there to rejoin as it goes wrong. He's down in P4 in class now, and he'll need to get back on track because there's Kessel and Noppen coming around who want that P4 from him. Well, I mean, Kessel doesn't care, but Chiqueka does. So
as that happened, Rene also lost the rear. Luckily, he held.
Oh, you were talking about Rene. Ah.
Yeah. Rene lost the rear, but then Chiqueka as well at the same time did, like as he came through. So both of them.
Yeah, the way it works is there's 3 championships. There's the overall championship in which, Carsten gets 25, Sam gets 20, Ruben 16, and the last one who gets points is P15, that's Bas Kessel. So, he would get 1 point. Then there's the silver championship, and that, the overall championship uses MotoGP point scoring, so 1 to 15, and then the others use the F1 scoring system. So, like the top 10 silver drivers and the top 10 pro drivers get points for their respective standings. That's how it works. So we've got all of those. And that is why. If Taurus overtook Gaida somehow, for example, it wouldn't really matter in that championship for him. But it wouldn't matter in the overall, but I would assume he's fighting for class more than for the overall championship. I was gonna say Milos is close to someone, but oh god, oh no. Gaida just ahead of Taurus, P12 for him. He didn't have the greatest of races, but it's also not been terrible. It is not as good as I would have expected after last season, because he was like seriously good last season. Absolutely strong. Mills is close to Noppen, I believe. So Mills still slicing his way through the field, and that would be for let me count, 5 in class. So Mills probably wants to win that class title. Is definitely interested in that position, but I wonder if he can get past. It's a Lambo. Lambos are hard to overtake usually. Got loads of straight line speed. So we'll keep an eye on that. Also, Ruben and Dominic are still really close to each other, as they have been the entire race. Someone's off. That's Kessler, I believe. Just as I don't look, let's see. Can I still spot it in the replay? No, wait, no, it's not. Oh, it's Cal 36. Who's 36? It's Ollie. Ollie is off. Oh dear.
No, both
Kessler's
Lamborghinis
38.
having a... Yeah, both guys, both brothers having issues there, unfortunately. They're both driving a strong race at the beginning, both making some gains, but then just went downhill.
Yeah.
Ollie, no.
Ollie, no.
No.
So.
I want to give a shout out as well to Jasper Smelt, who is he's pretty much kept his nose clean the entire race, and he's up to P7 as a result of that. Same for Chaplinskas on his debut, so Rainbow.
Yep.
As we know, he's up to he's in P6. Crucivar as well.
5th in class as well.
Pretty solid, 5th in class, and also Crucivar winning out the silver class up in P5 as well.
For now.
So a very for now, a very strong race. So at that moment, well, let's not. We already did Rene, and we can't do him in as well. So
I want to try.
Okay. So let's see. I don't know if Illignor's going to be able to make the move here, but Van den Hutting does not seem to be able to shake him off. So let's see. Sam is not even out of reach of them too. Like it's only 2.4 now. They're starting to gain on him. So
maybe he's making mistakes. I mean, it's easy to do in this game. Like you make one mistake, your car does a weird wiggle, and you lose 3/10. So maybe like if Sam gets 2 of those in one lap, then the others are closing in rapidly. But I mean, like something has to happen, I think, to Ruben for a while to make that move happen. Because, I mean, he's been trying for the past 25 minutes, and he's not gotten it done for that last podium position. I don't know, he needs to change his approach somehow. Maybe go for, like, go even harder because the race is coming to a close. He doesn't have that much more time left. And
I don't know if I don't know if Sam is starting to struggle or not. I'm gonna try and keep a look or keep an eye on him. But last time out, 45 was 45.5 or almost 45.6. Van den Hutting and Illigner are in the 45.
Mills, I'm sorry to interrupt. I think Mills almost shoving Noppen through that final corner, but yeah, he was too close to catch his gravel, so that's not gonna be a move. That takes some straight line speed out of your car. So Mills not getting P16, at least this lap. He's got 10 minutes to go. Maybe he can still squeeze that P5 in class. But Noppen looking solid on the defense. Also, Kessel has been behind Chikeka for quite some time now, and he's not getting past. So, Chikeka
sorry to interrupt you here. I do think. Oh no, actually, that might have been not a great exit, but Illigner was right on the back of Van den Hutting into the third sector. Nearly had him look into the hairpin of turn 10, but unable to do it there. Now he's fallen a little bit back, so he's not likely to get the move done.
I'm not getting good cameras.
Yeah, me neither. It's okay. Not really able to do it there. He's late on the brakes here, trying to just get right on the back of the Lamborghini here and try and put some pressure on. But Van den Hutting is a very, very experienced driver and not one to crack like that under pressure, or as we say, get mind punted like that. So
iRacing strat doesn't work on him.
Yeah, the netcode maybe.
No, it's what you do with randoms in iRacing all the time. You just,
that too, yeah.
You just show yourself on the inside and they're gonna outbrake themselves by 50 meters and crash into the wall. It's how I gain all of my positions.
That too, yeah.
Yeah, it's the iRacing
I'm thinking of the classic iRacing, go alongside somebody and then they just fly off the road.
Rest in peace, Carlos Sainz.
Well, I crashed out at Nürburgring through netcode. Let's go.
Pronto, Carlos.
Pronto, Spinella.
Spinella.
Maybe, back straight is just too short and braking zone not hard. I mean, it's a hard braking zone, but it's like the braking zone just comes too soon, you can't really get past there, so he has to stare at that Lambo's back for at least one more straight, but probably more if it continues like this, maybe until the end of the race. As Sam also has picked up the pace a little. You can see how much he's overdriving. Needs to be careful. If he gets off track too much, he might also pick up drive through.
Yeah, he's well out of position there, squirreling all over the place onto the gravel there. He goes a bit wide again. He is really cooking it now, or really trying to get his foot down. He's only got 7 or just under 8 minutes to go here, so he's probably getting a little bit desperate, but that's not what you need. You just need to play it safe, otherwise you could end up being too precarious, and then you're gonna end up picking up those penalties, as you say.
Having a look at... Mills got the move on Noppen done. I missed that. Maybe we can... The replay's not being useful today.
Mills gets a drive-through, though!
No!
Oh, no.
Oh, Mills, no. And I didn't even see it because I was stuck in the replay.
There was one race last season. I think it was Spa. Mills was absolutely on fire and then got a drive-through at the last minute or so.
Oh,
and it was...
dear.
It was devastating. So anytime Mills gets a drive-through, I just become very hollow inside.
Yeah, I'm sad for him. He's been my teammate in the past. He's trying very hard, and like something always happens. First he got panted up by Veld, and now he picks himself up a drive-through. Well, the first one was, I think, like fairly certainly Veld's fault, but this one is unfortunately his own. So he drops that position. Let's those positions. Let's look at Yuri Visser, aka Dragon, who's really close to Noppen here in his McLaren. Car looks good. Doesn't drive well in my opinion, but maybe it drives fast enough to get past get past that Trigon Academy car, but he doesn't. So stays behind for one more lap. They are fighting. I mean, Visser doesn't really care. He's a reserve, so I don't expect him to. Well, I mean, he's got nothing to lose, so, you know, it's worth fighting. As he actually gets a really good run. He's looking down the inside into Repsol, but he doesn't get it done. Actually, this doesn't matter for Noppen at all, to be honest, because he's not in the top 15, so he's not going to get overall points. And Visser is not part of the... He's not part of the silver class, so, this doesn't really matter to Noppen. It would just be a disaster if he loses more positions out of this. But he's relatively clear of Meersman, so it probably won't happen. Let's take a look at the leaders again. Yeah,
Illigner getting a very good run out of turn 3, but look how tight he's going on the inside there. That's not going to help him. And he's throwing away that lead a little bit as Mills is now I believe that's his teammate is coming up to lap him. I don't know if
Are they?
Is it Mills' teammate?
Who?
Are they teammates? Yeah, I think they are.
Oh yeah, they probably are.
M
That's
and,
true.
Yeah, I don't know. Yes, M and Mills, I think, are the teammates. Yeah, there's him letting him go there.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Sam has one car in between his two nearest competitors. So, depending on how well Mills moves out of the way, I don't assume he would cause any trouble to these two. So, keeping an eye out here, though. Look, Illigner is starting to calm it down here, and
no, he can't.
Not
get
here.
past.
Yeah, not here. Yeah, he's too far back. But he's starting to calm it down a little bit, it seems, and just.
You think so?
You know, I mean, calm it down in the sense that he's making less mistakes.
Oh, but, okay. I thought.
Yeah. He's making still a couple, but like here, he was like swirly all over the place here, and
needs to stay
trying his best to just. Yeah, he was just trying to gun it, and now he's just kind of biding his time a little bit better.
Needs to stay close this time, as he gets a little bit laggy, but that's just because Germany's internet is terrible. How close is he this time? It's 4/10. As he gets himself into that slipstream once again. Familiar image, we've seen that a few times before this race. But can it be enough this time? He's getting closer and closer, 2/10 now, but it's not gonna be enough. He doesn't get even, like, remotely alongside. It's just... I mean, straight line speed is so important, and Ruben has got plenty of it, and, I think Illigner is finding out what Albon meant in Bahrain when he said... I think it was Albon. He said that he's quick, but not like the car's quick, but not raceable, because it is like fast in isolation. But as soon as you need to get past people, you just can't do it because you're so much down in the straight line, and that's what Wow is facing here in this race and has been facing for the past 30 minutes. And it's a shame that he didn't get past yet. So yet is implying that he will. I think like at this rate, Ruben might carry this home to a podium. Would be a very solid drive. Actually, they would finish in championship order, the top 3 from last season, because there was Carsten winning from Chumley from Ruben in P3.
Let's see now. Is this a good enough run here? No, it's not.
No.
Very close. The camera makes it look. The camera makes it look as though it is, but yeah, Illigner is not able to get that run. Van Hutting is very, very calculated on his corner exits at the moment, and he's just I think that's what's the saving grace here. Illigner not able to match that, and Mills now coming up behind might actually end up helping here. Somebody.
Oh, he spins! Into the wall goes Mills! And Jack, no! Is all I have to say to that, but we don't have time to mourn his death, because we have got Illigner maybe another try
on the curb there, but so I don't think that's gonna be it. Yeah, he had a look and he just bounced off the curb. So he's only got like 2 more laps to do this.
Yeah.
So
he's running out of time. Mills no turns into Mills. No. I believe he is. No, he's not last. He's got Kononov and Ollie Stricker behind him. He might still get points in the class though, so at least something.
Yeah.
A point.
Something.
I can't count, so I wouldn't know.
I can't read, so don't worry.
Let's actually. I think it's time to like put the full standings on, or the full running order on screen. And
yeah, you can fit it all now. I think. I believe it's 23 max on
Yeah, it's 23. No, it was just because like the delta never updates, so I was always confused when something happens. That's why I didn't have it on screen, but maybe I should get used to that.
I use it because I always keep an eye on the map anyways, and the flags.
Oh, I don't.
But yeah, let's see. Illigner.
Oh, Wiggly.
Close enough. Oh, no, that's not what you need to be doing at this point in the race. You only have 1 more lap to go, and you nearly threw it away there. So he does know what he's doing. He's in P4 for a reason, and I'm commentating for a reason. But anyway,
there's a reason that he is at Blitzig Racing and not me.
No, I was gonna say there's the reason that he's driving and I'm not, and that's why I volunteered to commentate.
Same. As Carsten started.
Well, your reason is different from mine. Yeah, we're on the last lap. Your reason is that you would rather do this because it's more fun. My reason is because
my reason is that I'm not happy with my driving, but that's fine.
Okay.
We've got Wow on his final attempt, and I don't think this is.
I don't think this is
8/10. No, it's not gonna happen.
Yeah, that's not happening there. Yeah.
Probably gonna carry it home there, Ruben.
Yeah, Kubzon getting out of the way of his teammate who is leading the race. So
yeah, they're sandwiching.
yeah, they letting him go there, pulling the carpet, if you may, for Is that way? Who's he coming up to lap? Oh no, that's Mearsman. I thought that was somebody else. Car 30. Who's that? Car 38. Is that off the road? I think that's Kessel again.
Oh wait,
Yeah,
Kessler was in a
around
decent
with
position, but
oh yeah, he was up back in the
oh
P15,
yeah, he's
so that's
disconnected as well.
unfortunate.
And
Yeah,
now we're gonna watch a replay.
him out of the race right at the end.
Yeah.
So yeah, as Carson comes around, you can see Kessel's front, or the front of the car, busted in, but. Yeah, it's back to the status quo.
Yeah, let's look at Carsten.
ACC.
Carsten, who we've not mentioned like at all this race because you know, he's just been doing his thing. I mean, like at the start of the race, it looked like it might have been a little bit contested, but then Sam couldn't quite go the pace, and the others were like tripping over each other consistently. But well, he has come to reclaim a championship lead. Well, he takes it with 25 points in both standings that he is classified in, and he does by 15 seconds, quite convincing. Didn't win here last time because of Salmonen, but this time he does it. Here comes Season 2 champion Samuel Chumley across the line. Weaves P2. He's really outdone the others. Well, I mean, he took Illigna at the start, and that was that. And then with the strategy, got himself 3 seconds. Wow has no time for weaving because he's mad. I think he's been staring at a Lambo for 40 seconds, and he's angry and goes into the wall. As the team owner of Blitzseed Racing Team, I have to pay the bill, and I do not like that, but that's fine. We've got Illigna. Well, Illigna finishes 4th, and then Sanix 5th or 1st in his class. He takes victory in silver with a solid drive. Then Chaplinskas on debut in the Bentley P6. Good drive, smelled P7. Antoine Olivet in a new car, P8. Not quite where I would have expected him to be, but still solid and ahead of his teammate George Brabner, who, well, exactly what I just said about Antoine also applies to him. I would have expected him to be a little bit faster, but I guess it's just like new car getting adjusted to it. I actually don't know which one this is. I don't know if it's the new or the old Merc, but whatever. So we've got Veld, P10, and Bans in P11. You take 2nd in class. Gaida is 12th and 3rd in class, and actually getting himself a class podium is Marius Torres, because, well, Chikeka spun, and after that he kept it ahead of him. So Torres 13th and 3rd at the same time. Chikeka 14th and 4th at the same time. Ryan Noppen takes the last point in the overall standings, and Dragon just misses out on a point on his debut as a reserve driver. And then we've got Mersman, Maciejewski, Kononov, Mills, and Stricker, and that's your finishers. Non-finishers: Kessel, Takus, Stan, Stricker, and one guy who doesn't fit. Oh, Milos. Yeah, Milos. So that's that race, and I think it's been a pretty good one. Carsten driving away as we are used to by now, but the fight for P3 was genuinely entertaining, and Dragon did not crash. Let's go. Nothing to add there. It's objectively true.
But yeah, solid race. Great start to the season. It might seem as though Carsten is going to run away with this one again, but
well,
I don't think it's going to be straight. Yeah, I don't think it's going to be straightforward. So yeah, I wouldn't put it. I wouldn't call it just yet. I think we have a very interesting season in our hands, especially because we have the multiple class system going on here. So
yep.
Let's see.
Yeah, for sure. Let's go to our broadcast desk. That isn't set up properly. I am very competent. Give me a second. I'll quickly. I need to copy some things. That was totally prepared. Okay. No, that's not what I want. That's what we want. Well, I am professional, okay?
I think we have to have the
interviews.
Have those yeah. No, I mean I was gonna say we have to have those technical difficulties out of the way first. There's always one or two, or 7,
or all of them, like
or 20 in my case, yeah.
Can I move the camera, please? I can't. Okay, no cool camera angle, so we're gonna head into the normal interview studio again. Sorry for that. So, who can we interview after this race, if anyone?
I don't know who we have.
Female wants an interview. aka Sanix.
I do think that. Oh, okay.
Yeah. Okay. Let's start with Renault.
Be the one. Yeah.
So yeah, let's drag both of them in, and hope they are not mid-sent. Why can't I drag?
Hello.
Hello.
There we go.
Hello. I would just like to put this statement out there because I know people are going to say that we should be gold, but the Porsche is objectively one of the better cars at Barcelona.
The best.
And it is my best track, and I think it's a pretty good track for Rene as well. And if you look at the results from last season, this is not going to happen again.
I trusted you to crash out and you failed, but whatever. So, well, congrats on the 1-2 in the class. What did Cyril say? Like, what was his opinion?
What do you mean, Cyril? Sorry?
Your team boss.
No, we're driving for the Belgian guy.
Yeah, we're driving for the Belgian guy.
You mean me?
Maximilian Emilian Verstappen.
Have you not seen the BD MV?
I am incredibly confused.
Oh,
it's
yeah,
Renault, It's Renault Racing Team.
Belgian driver
Max Verstappen.
Yeah, I thought that was. Okay, I thought that's for Bosnian division, something else.
No, it's Max Verstappen's team. His team box.
Okay.
Okay, what did Max say?
He said something in Belgian. I didn't quite understand.
Here.
He said something in Belgian I didn't quite understand.
Did he
but
call you blind?
I don't know. I couldn't hear it. I don't know. Obviously, he had a bit of a crash yesterday. I don't think he was too much in the mood today.
Okay, so he just left you out to your own and.
Yeah, he kicked the barrier. And
so is that the reason why there were like quite obviously no team orders in place between you two, because you were like...
We had a very hard battling. We battled very hard.
Yeah, there was one point in the race where he just sent such a dirty dive bomb on me. I can't believe it.
Yeah. It was the dirtiest of dives.
Hard
racing, but fair.
Try and help me. Are they sarcastic? I can't tell.
I don't know. I would assume they're not.
It's hard and respectful racing.
Yeah. Oh, I couldn't believe you until you said you had respect of Sanix. Okay, that's fine. You gave the game away there. Yeah.
In all honesty, there was a lot of swaps going on in between me and Ren.
We're testing things out. I mean, there was a bit of a problem because we established beforehand that he was going to be the one qualifying in front, and that I was going to be the one with advantage in race pace. But in the last moment, from qualifying to race, we ended up finding updated setups for the Porsche, which we ended up taking. The qualifying one was quite a bit better as well. But the race one, Sanix loved it, I hated it. So in the race, my pace ended up being completely different from what we thought it was going to be. And so we were swapping every couple laps to test out like who was faster where. And every time we swapped, the person in front would make mistakes. So we kept swapping, and eventually it was like, whatever. And so, yes, we wanted to I was going to let Sanix in front, and we were going to finish the race, but obviously on that same lap I got a drive-through. Which, funnily enough, before when we raced on Barcelona, I have never in any other race even gotten a warning at Barcelona. Like, ever.
Oh.
That was the first time. So I don't know what happened. I suspect it's the setup, because it was a bit unpredictable for me, but... yeah, shouldn't have gambled. Shouldn't have gambled.
Imagine getting a drive-through at Barcelona. I've got a 100% race of that so far.
Oh, really?
No, wait, I didn't in the preseason race. That was completely rainy. But yeah, I got a drive-through in season 1 because I got double warning in the MotoGP layout corner where you went off after you got your warning, and I got one coming out of the second to last corner because I extended on the left. So that was fun. So. Yeah, it happens in Barcelona, but
Yeah, it was still weird though. Like I was surprised. I mean, not when I got it. We knew both of us before I was getting the last warning that the corner I cut was a warning, but yeah, the car was a bit weird.
Yeah. So to round the interview off, you to say, I mean, you got the 1-2 in class this time, and Sanix already outlined to prevent all the reeing that people, and by people he probably means me, were gonna do about it. I wasn't gonna confront you here. I just made like 4 jokes about it in the broadcast.
I know. I mean, we're expecting. That's what we wanted.
Yeah,
to
we even joked about it.
But we do have a record that shows that outside of Barcelona, and Monza, we don't have any actual.
That record leads me to my next question, which you also like almost outlined there. Next race is Monza, and when I think of you two in Monza, for both of you, I've got like a big off in mind. We've got Bans spinning out of Ascari, we've got Sanix. It was a good move. Maybe people don't know it, but he had fun in turn 1. He almost killed people, but he didn't because he's very precise. So that's what I associate with you two at Monza. Do you think you're gonna finish, or do you think it's gonna be like...
Absolutely, we're gonna finish, yeah.
Oh, we're
Great.
gonna finish.
We are a different team.
On the lead lap?
Yes.
Hopefully.
Okay.
No, we will. We will, yes. But, I mean, this is actually the first time, I think, Sonic, since we've been teammates, that we've both finished a race
I was
together.
gonna look at the standings as well. Bans got... you finished 1 race last season. There was... what was that? That was some British Grand Prix. British. One of the 2. It's probably Silverstone or Brands Hatch, because that's the 2 British
it was Silverstone.
Yeah. You don't have more points than last season because you finished P7 there. You need to step the game up a little bit, but you've got 9 races to do it to get a second finish. So that's good.
I would just like to say that for Monza, it's probably one of the tracks I've driven the most in the game, but we're in the Porsche, and the Porsche straight line is.
That's true.
It is what it is. Like,
it's not a good track for the Porsche, but I think we can.
On hot laps, the Porsche is decent, but in race trim, it's just we're not gonna be able to pull off too many overtakes.
Well, I think we'll get something.
I mean, you can break like 940 laps meters
exactly.
later, so that's fine.
Yeah, we saw how that braking goes for turn 1 with me. So
yeah. You didn't hit anyone.
Good avoidance, and I got my safety rating up.
You got your safety rating up because you were really close to other cars in that turn 1, and you didn't hit anyone, so you definitely deserved that one. For everyone who doesn't understand the reference, tough luck, it's like somewhere in the depths of my channel, I believe, or something, but it was funny. Anyways,
it's basically the first race of season 1.
The first turn of the series ever.
Yeah, and I made a good impression ever since then, so...
Yeah, you lived up to what I expect.
Yeah, and now finishing P1 in class, probably.
Only Porsches again, by the way, Sanix, I just saw. With all the people, as pre-season, everyone says, "Oh, we're gonna draft the Porsche." Yeah, this that, and no one drives it.
Hey, you forgot Mersman and Bremen. Okay, they drove it last season.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, sure.
Cool. Thanks for the interviews. Congrats on your silver 1-2 again, and see you. Hopefully next week after you bring the car home in one piece, outdoing Maximilian Verstappen. That's.
We'll do it all for him.
Great.
Yeah.
Bye.
Like Belgian Max Verstappen would say, "See ya later."
Okay.
See ya later.
Would they say that?
I don't know. I don't know. I
God.
was I don't know what to make of their conversations or their I don't know what to make of their freaking interviews.
Yeah,
but yeah.
Those two are hard to read. I'm bad at I'm bad at knowing if other people are sarcastic anyways, and those two don't make it any easier. So I think that does the job, and I want to give 2 shout-outs at the end of this. One of them is to all the people who were active in stream chat. We had quite a lot of people. We're still 11 right now. We had 20 at peak time, which is great for this series. I hope you at least somewhat enjoyed the racing, and you're gonna come back next week in Monza, and it's Monza, so there's gonna be loads of overtaking. Maybe even WoW can gain a position. It's funny I get to make these jokes now because I'm not driving anymore. So a big shout out. I would love to see some of you again next week. And the other shout out I want to give because I feel bad and I'm worried. Last season this race was won by Mr. Salmonen, who I want to wish a speedy recovery. I don't know if he's watching, but he's he's had an accident in what was it, mountain biking downhill, and he like broke some vertebrae, so that's why he's not racing. I felt like I should mention that, so wishing him the best of recovery and hope he can be on the grid again at some point this season. And I would say that wraps it up.
Yeah. Okay.
So thanks for watching. Do you have any final words, or is that?
Not really. I mean, if you haven't already, for those of you who are still here, be sure to leave a like on the stream. I saw we had like 16 likes or something, and that's fantastic. And yeah, we really appreciate it. 17 likes actually.
Hey, it works.
Yeah,
it's funny to see it work.
And I see some people smashing that like button as well. You guys are great. And yeah,
I feel like an absolute sellout YouTuber now. I could get used to this.
Yeah, all it takes is getting rid of the Australian commentary.
Oh, the adrenaline! The adrenaline kicks as it skyrockets to 19.
Yeah, 19. Okay, so yeah, we appreciate all the support. Shout out to Wimpy for making this happen again. Tune in next week. Let me read out the calendar actually. Yeah, since I need to see what we have. So preseason test we had in Imola, which has just been added with the new DLC. So Catalonia today. Next week out on the 14th, we are going to have our return to Monza for the first time since the season opener of season 2. Yep. So yeah, round 2 Monza next weekend out, and then after that, the 21st will not be a championship round. It will be our or as we announced earlier in the race, non-championship Christmas race giveaway, sponsored with Coach Dave Racing Academy.
Wait, you can race even though you're not signed up, by the way, and all you need to do for the giveaway is like, I think, finish the race. Like you need to drive and probably like be there for a majority of time. Like that's I think. But we'll announce that.
Marius pinged me in the Discord. Or he pinged us in the Discord. Yeah, we have 2 Lithuanians. It turns out Marius is Lithuanian as well. So
I forgot. Sorry.
Yeah, I was like, I'm sure there's another one, but I don't remember. But yeah.
He's living in Finland.
Yeah, we will have more details with the Christmas giveaway as we move on. After that, we are going to return for the new year for 2021. Finally finish up with this godforsaken year in Imola for round 3. For the first time, we will be racing in Imola as it has just been added to the calendar. Round 4 on the 11th is going to be Zandvoort, and round 5 on the very special date of the 18th of January, which may or may not be somebody's birthday, is going to be at Laguna Seca in America. So it's only fitting that it's in America.
California as well.
Yeah, and California too. Northern California. But anyways, round 6 we're going back to Nürburgring. Usually a staple here. Round 7 in the epic, very beautiful racetrack of Suzuka on the 1st of February. Round 8 Kailami. Round 9 Misano. And then to cap it off again for I believe the 3rd season in a row, we're finishing off in Mount Panorama, which is quite an epic racetrack. Yeah, that's one of my favorites. And if you guys didn't watch last season's finale, I suggest you go watch terrible. Just watch the first 10 minutes of that race. That's all you need to see. I
hated every second.
I loved every second of it from a commentary perspective, but yeah. But yeah, that is going to be our calendar. So
and also our broadcast.
Yeah, our broadcast. We may or may not be visiting Italy several times, so that's going to be a shame for the Maximilian Verstappen racing team because we know what happens to what happens to him in Belgium, or I mean in Italy. He's
in Belgium. He's getting born.
My bad.
That happens when
he's the Belgian race driver. Yeah, my bad. He's Belgian race driver Maximilian Verstappen. Yeah. So, anyways, yeah, that's pretty much it from us, I think. So, yeah.
Yeah,